Meghan Markle has been called out over sending a letter to the US Congress backing parental leave over a policy that had already gone through. Royal biographer Ms.Levin has mocked Meghan Markle for jumping on the bandwagon after the Duchess lobbied the Democrat Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives Nancy Pelosi and the Majority Leader in the U.S. Senate Chuck Schumer to push through a policy on parental leave. Ms.Levin claimed the measures, which have been backed by President Joe Biden, to introduce mandatory parental pay and sick leave had already gone through the U.S. Congress. Speaking to Talk Radio, Ms.Levin said, "She's also trying to get a policy put through of parental leave, for the government to pay parental leave, when it's already gone through actually. The thing they haven't decided is how long each family can use it for. She sort of jumped on the bandwagon as she often does so she can claim it was her letter that done it." Also the signature at the end. This is a professional letter to senior politicians and the signature is then by her and also by Archie, Lily, and Harry. But surely Archie and Lily aren't yet involved in having parental leave. Ms.Levin added, "I think it's yet another shock for Meghan, which has got loads of publicity, which is obviously one aim of it. She has abused the royal thing of being a British royal or, you know, working as a British royal because she's actually trying to tell another government what to do." The heading on the paper is "The Office of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, yeah," which is definitely an abuse. The other thing is she takes on different types, you know, she becomes a sort of young sort of guru, saying that she understands how these families feel. She's representing the families. How does she know that? I mean, this is Meghan taking the global view again. Meghan wrote, "I grew up on the $4.99 salad bar at Sizzler. It may have cost less back then, to be honest, I can't remember. But what I do remember was the feeling. I knew how hard my parents worked to afford this because even at $5, eating out was something special, and I felt lucky. And as a Girl Scout, when my troop would go to dinner for a big celebration, it was back to that same salad bar or the old spaghetti factory because that's what those families could afford to do too. I started working at the local frozen yogurt shop at the age of 13. I waited tables, babysat, and piecemeal jobs together to cover odds and ends. I worked all my life and saved when and where I could, but even that was a luxury, because usually, it was about making ends meet and having enough to pay my rent and put gas in my car." She added, "In June, my husband and I welcomed our second child. Like any parents, we were overjoyed. Like many parents, we were overwhelmed. Like fewer parents, we weren't confronted with the harsh reality of either spending those first few critical months with our baby or going back to work. We knew we could take her home, and in that vital and sacred stage, devote any and everything to our kids and to our family. We knew that by doing so we wouldn't have to make impossible choices about childcare, work, and medical care that so many have to make every single day. No family should be faced with these decisions. No family should have to choose between earning a living and having the freedom to take care of their child." Meghan Markle has made a huge political move with a jaw-dropping letter to the US Congress leaders. Traditionally, the royal family remains strictly neutral when it comes to political matters. But since stepping away from the firm, Meghan and Harry have stepped into the realm of politics and urged Americans to vote in the US president elections last November. And now, the Duchess of Sussex has made a huge political move with a letter to the US Congress. In her letter, Meghan called on Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Leader Charles Schumer for paid leave for mothers. She wrote, "Over the past 20 months, the pandemic has exposed long-existing fault lines in our communities. At an alarming rate, millions of women dropped out of the workforce, staying home with their kids as schools and daycares were closed, and looking after loved ones full-time. This comes just months after Harry and Meghan were revealed to be taking 5 months leave following the birth of their daughter." Royal expert Marlene Koenig compared this to American mothers and insisted it is not the norm. Royal biographer Omid Scobie later told Good Morning America, "We're so used to seeing senior royals going back to work, but Harry and Meghan are leading by example. They offer up to 20 weeks parental leave at Archewell. It'll be several months off work for the pair of them.